Now to our top local story tonight, an NBC5 News exclusive. We have learned that a Chicago police officer is under investigation and that hundreds of DUI cases he worked on are now in jeopardy. NBC5's Anna DeVlantis joins us with details. Anna?
Allison, the #1 DUI ticket writer in the state is off the streets tonight. Tonight, NBC5 has learned exclusive details about how his alleged misconduct could jeopardize hundreds of DUI cases in the city. That officer in question has made 1,000 DUI arrests in his career. And tonight, we've learned exclusively details about the way he did his job that have raised major questions. Some attorneys going to court for DUI last week were surprised by what happened when they got to the bench.
I was the very first case to step up.
Attorney Charlie Beach says the supervising state's attorney stepped up to the bench with him and said there was material they had to disclose that would help his client. Information that the primary arresting officer was under investigation.
It's run wildfire through the attorney community. People are talking about it and checking their files to see if they have a case with this particular officer.
The officer in question is John Haleas, the man heralded by drunk driving groups like the Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists for arresting more drunk drivers than anyone in the state. Last year alone, with 344 DUI arrests, making his career total over 1,000 arrests. Because of the investigation into the officer that NBC5 has uncovered, we've learned the state's attorney's office has already dismissed 50 of his cases in about a week, with more than 100 others still pending. Attorneys say hundreds of Officer Haleas' drunk driving cases are now potentially in jeopardy.
It's a huge problem. It's a huge problem for the case, for all these cases.
NBC5 has learned it all started when one of the assistant state's attorneys went on a ride-along with the officer, then later said the facts he presented in court were not what happened, that a field sobriety test reported in court was never administered, and that very specific department procedures set up for DUI cases did not appear to be followed.
I've had a lot of cases with Officer Haleas, and those claims were out there.
In our phone conversation this afternoon with the state's attorney's office, they confirmed it was someone within their office who sounded the alarm, even though it would potentially put in jeopardy hundreds of their own cases.
It's difficult for the state. It's difficult for everybody because a lot of our legal system relies on everyone doing their job.
An anti-drunk driving group was prepared to give Officer Haleas an award on Sunday to commend him for his work. But a spokeswoman told us tonight they will not be granting that award. We were unable to reach Officer Haleas today to get his response, but the police department tells us as soon as they learned of the wrongdoing, they launched a full investigation, that the officer has been disciplined and reassigned. It should be noted that according to Chicago police, since the whistleblower in the state's attorney's office stepped forward, this officer has been asked by the state's attorney's office to appear in traffic court at least 1,500 times. This is obviously a matter that we will continue to follow. Warner.